Have you ever noticed how certain foods can leave you feeling bloated or uncomfortable after a meal? If you've ever wondered why your stomach feels off, especially as you get older, I want you to know it's not just in your head. Many seniors experience digestive issues, but here's the good news. Often small changes to what you eat and how you pair your foods can make a big difference. Today, we're going to talk about something that might surprise you: avocados. Avocados are often celebrated as a superfood. They're packed with healthy fats, fiber, and essential nutrients like potassium. But did you know that pairing avocados with certain foods could actually lead to stomach upset and harm your overall wellness? It's true, and it's something many people overlook when planning their meals. Let me share some science with you. Researchers have found that food combinations play a crucial role in digestion, especially as we age. Our digestive systems naturally slow down over time, making us more sensitive to how different foods interact with each other. When avocados, a nutrient-dense but high-fat food, are paired with certain items, they can create an imbalance that leads to bloating, indigestion, or even nutrient malabsorption. The key is understanding which pairings to avoid, so you can enjoy all the benefits of avocados without the discomfort. In today's video, we're going to uncover the 7 foods you should never eat with avocados. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because the last tip might be the most surprising one of all. Before we begin, I want to make one thing clear. This video is for informational purposes only and is based on publicly available research. Everyone's health is different, so always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your lifestyle, diet, or exercise routine. Scientific knowledge is always evolving, and what works for one person may not work for another. Let's start with the first food pairing you'll want to avoid: dairy products. Now, you might be thinking, what's wrong with adding avocado to my morning smoothie if it already has yogurt or milk? Here's the issue. Avocados are rich in healthy fats, while dairy contains proteins like casein and whey that take longer to digest. When combined, these two food groups can overwhelm your digestive system, leading to bloating, gas, or even diarrhea, especially if you're lactose intolerant or sensitive to dairy. I'll share a quick story with you. A friend of mine named Margaret used to blend avocados into her protein shakes with Greek yogurt every morning. She loved the creamy texture and thought she was doing something healthy for her body. But within weeks, she started noticing persistent bloating and discomfort. Once she switched to non-dairy alternatives like almond milk, the symptoms disappeared, and she felt lighter and more energized throughout the day. Sometimes it's the little tweaks that make the biggest impact. Now let's talk about why this matters specifically for seniors. As we age, our bodies produce less stomach acid, which is essential for breaking down food. Pairing hard-to-digest foods like avocados with dairy can further strain your system, making it harder to absorb nutrients properly. Over time, this can contribute to deficiencies in vitamins like B12, which are already a concern for many older adults. You might be wondering, what if I love avocado toast with cheese? That brings us to our next point: cheese and other high-fat animal products. While avocados themselves are heart-healthy, combining them with saturated fats from cheese or processed meats can overload your digestive tract. Studies suggest that this combination can slow down digestion even further, leading to feelings of heaviness and sluggishness after meals. Instead, try swapping out the cheese for herbs, spices, or a drizzle of olive oil to keep your avocado toast both delicious and easy on your stomach. For example, sprinkling fresh cilantro or a pinch of chili flakes adds flavor without compromising your digestion. Now that we've covered the first couple of food pairings to avoid, let's move on to another common mistake many people make when enjoying avocados: pairing them with refined carbohydrates. Let's dive deeper into why this combo can spell trouble for your gut health. Now that we've covered the potential pitfalls of pairing avocados with dairy and high-fat animal products like cheese, let's move on to another common mistake many people make when enjoying avocados: pairing them with refined carbohydrates. You might be thinking, what's wrong with adding avocado to my sandwich or spreading it on toast? Well, here's the thing. While avocados are packed with healthy fats and fiber, refined carbs like white bread or pastries can throw off the balance in your digestive system. Here's why this matters. Refined carbohydrates break down quickly into sugar, causing a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. When paired with the healthy fats in avocados, which digest much more slowly, this mismatch can create a traffic jam in your stomach. Your body has to work harder to process these conflicting food groups, which can lead to bloating, sluggishness, and even acid reflux. For seniors, whose metabolism and digestion naturally slow down with age, this combination can be especially taxing. Let me share an example. A man named Robert once told me he loved making avocado sandwiches for lunch. He'd pile avocado onto thick slices of white bread, thinking he was eating something nutritious. But over time, he noticed he felt heavy and lethargic after these meals. Once he switched to whole grain bread, which contains more fiber and digests more slowly, he found his energy levels improved, and the post-meal discomfort disappeared. It was such a simple change, but it made a world of difference in how he felt. Now, some of you might be wondering, what if I don't want to give up my favorite carb-heavy dishes? That's okay. The key is moderation and smarter substitutions. Instead of white bread or processed crackers, opt for whole grain alternatives that align better with the slow-digesting nature of avocados. For instance, try topping whole grain crackers with mashed avocado and a sprinkle of sea salt for a satisfying snack that won't leave you feeling weighed down. Speaking of snacks, let's talk about another food pairing to avoid: sugary condiments like jams, jellies, or honey. While it might sound unusual to pair sweet spreads with avocados, some people do it unintentionally, like adding honey to their avocado toast for a touch of sweetness. Unfortunately, this combination can wreak havoc on your digestion. The natural sugars in honey or jams ferment faster in your gut when mixed with the fats in avocados, leading to gas, bloating, and discomfort. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition highlights how combining high-fat foods with simple sugars can disrupt gut bacteria, potentially contributing to long-term digestive issues. This is particularly concerning for seniors, as maintaining a healthy gut microbiome becomes increasingly important with age. To keep your gut happy, skip the sugary toppings and instead enhance your avocado dishes with savory options like herbs, spices, or a dash of lemon juice. Let me share another story with you. A woman named Linda used to drizzle honey over her avocado slices, thinking it added a nice flavor contrast. But she started experiencing frequent stomach cramps and bloating after meals. Once she eliminated the honey and focused on savory seasonings, her symptoms cleared up and she felt more comfortable throughout the day. Sometimes small changes like this can have a profound impact. Now let's shift gears slightly and address another surprising culprit: citrus fruits. You might think pairing avocados with lemon or lime juice is harmless. It's a classic combination in guacamole after all. However, consuming large amounts of acidic citrus alongside avocados can irritate the stomach lining, especially for seniors who may already struggle with acid reflux or gastritis. While a squeeze of lemon for flavor is fine, drowning your avocado dish in citrus juice could spell trouble. Instead of relying heavily on citrus, experiment with milder flavor enhancers like fresh herbs, garlic, or a splash of vinegar. These options provide brightness without overwhelming your stomach. For example, mixing diced tomatoes and basil with your avocado creates a refreshing salad that's gentle on your digestive system. Before we move on, let's recap why avoiding these food pairings matters so much. Pairing avocados with refined carbs, sugary condiments, or excessive citrus can lead to bloating, indigestion, and other uncomfortable symptoms. By making smarter choices, like swapping white bread for whole grains or skipping the honey, you're not just protecting your stomach, you're supporting your overall wellness as you age. Now that we've discussed these combinations, let's talk about another pairing that often flies under the radar, but can cause significant digestive distress: avocados with alcohol. Whether it's sipping wine alongside guacamole or enjoying a margarita with avocado-based dishes, this duo can spell trouble for your gut. Let's dive into why this combination is problematic and what you can do instead. Now that we've talked about the dangers of pairing avocados with alcohol, let's move on to another surprising combination that can upset your stomach: avocados with high-protein legumes like beans or lentils. You might be thinking, but aren't beans and lentils healthy? Absolutely, they're packed with fiber, protein, and essential nutrients. However, when combined with avocados, they can overwhelm your digestive system, especially if you're not used to eating large amounts of fiber-rich foods. Here's why this matters. Both avocados and legumes are high in fiber, which is great for gut health in moderation. But when eaten together in large quantities, they can create an overload of fiber that your body struggles to process. This can lead to bloating, gas, and discomfort, symptoms that no one wants to deal with, especially as we age. A study published in Gastroenterology Research found that excessive fiber intake, particularly from multiple sources in one meal, can exacerbate digestive issues in seniors who already have slower digestion. Let me share a quick example. A woman named Susan once told me she loved making salads with avocado, chickpeas, black beans, and quinoa. She thought she was eating super healthy, but after these meals, she often felt gassy and uncomfortable. Once she scaled back on the legumes and focused on simpler combinations, like avocado with leafy greens and a light vinaigrette, her symptoms improved significantly. It's all about finding balance and giving your body time to adjust. Now, some of you might be wondering, what if I love hearty, plant-based meals? That's perfectly fine. The key is portion control and spacing out your fiber intake throughout the day. For instance, enjoy your avocado salad at lunch and save the bean-based dishes for dinner. This allows your digestive system to handle each food group more effectively without becoming overwhelmed. Speaking of balance, let's talk about another food pairing to avoid: avocados with highly processed snacks like chips or crackers. While it's tempting to dip tortilla chips into guacamole or spread avocado onto salty crackers, this combination can spell trouble for your stomach and overall wellness. Processed snacks are often high in sodium, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, which can counteract the benefits of avocados and leave you feeling sluggish or bloated. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights how excessive sodium intake can disrupt fluid balance in the body, leading to water retention and increased blood pressure, both of which are concerns for seniors. Instead of reaching for store-bought chips, try baking your own whole-grain pita chips or slicing vegetables like cucumbers and bell peppers for dipping. These alternatives are lower in sodium and pair beautifully with creamy avocado dips. I'll share another story with you. A man named Harold used to snack on avocado toast topped with salty deli meats and processed cheese slices. He noticed he often felt dehydrated and sluggish afterward. Once he swapped the processed toppings for fresh ingredients like sliced tomatoes and a sprinkle of herbs, he felt lighter and more energized. Sometimes, small substitutions can make a big difference in how you feel. Now let's address one final pairing that many people overlook: avocados with cold, raw vegetables like iceberg lettuce or cucumber. While these veggies seem harmless, their high water content and cooling properties can clash with the rich, fatty texture of avocados, potentially slowing digestion even further. For seniors whose digestive systems are already less efficient, this combination can lead to feelings of heaviness and discomfort. Instead of pairing avocados with cold, watery vegetables, try combining them with cooked or roasted veggies. For example, topping roasted sweet potatoes or sautéed spinach with sliced avocado creates a warm, satisfying dish that's easier on your stomach. Cooking vegetables softens their fibers, making them gentler on your digestive system, while still providing plenty of nutrients. Now, let's talk about overcoming challenges. I know that changing the way you eat, especially foods you've enjoyed for years, can sometimes feel overwhelming. But here's the truth: small, consistent changes add up over time. If avoiding certain pairings feels difficult, start by focusing on one meal or snack at a time. For example, swap out white bread for whole grain, or replace sugary condiments with savory spices. Over time, these adjustments will become second nature. And remember, staying socially engaged and connected to others can play a big role in motivating you to make healthier choices. Research shows that seniors who cook and eat with loved ones tend to have better dietary habits and overall well-being. So, whether it's inviting a friend over for a healthy avocado dish or joining a community cooking class, nurturing your relationships can inspire you to prioritize your own health. Here's a powerful fact to leave you with. A study from Johns Hopkins University suggests that just adding 10 minutes of mindful eating, like savoring your avocado toast without distractions, can improve digestion and enhance your overall dining experience. It's proof that taking small steps toward better eating habits isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about investing in your long-term health and happiness. Now that you have all these tools and insights, let's wrap things up with some final words of motivation and a simple challenge you can start today. Because at the end of the day, aging doesn't mean losing control of your health. It means taking charge of it in smarter, more intentional ways. Now that we've explored the 7 food pairings you should avoid when eating avocados, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. These combinations, like pairing avocados with dairy, refined carbs, sugary condiments, citrus fruits, alcohol, legumes, and cold raw vegetables, might seem harmless at first glance, but they can lead to bloating, indigestion, and other uncomfortable symptoms. For seniors, whose digestive systems are naturally more sensitive, avoiding these pairings can make a world of difference in how you feel day to day. Let's recap why these adjustments matter so much. Pairing avocados with dairy or high-fat animal products can overwhelm your stomach, especially if your body struggles to break down fats efficiently. Combining avocados with refined carbs or sugary spreads creates an imbalance in digestion, leading to energy crashes and bloating. Adding excessive citrus or alcohol to avocado dishes can irritate your stomach lining, while mixing avocados with legumes or cold veggies can overload your system with fiber or slow digestion further. By making smarter choices, like swapping white bread for whole grains, skipping sugary toppings, or opting for roasted vegetables, you're not just protecting your gut, you're supporting your overall wellness as you age. But here's the thing, knowledge is only powerful when it's put into action. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start small. Maybe it's replacing one problematic pairing at a time, like switching to whole grain crackers instead of processed ones, or seasoning your avocado toast with herbs instead of honey. Over time, these little changes add up, creating habits that support your well-being in meaningful ways. Experts agree that consistency is key when it comes to dietary adjustments. Even small tweaks can improve your digestion, boost your energy levels, and help you feel lighter and more comfortable after meals. I want to leave you with a story that illustrates just how transformative small habits can be. A woman named Evelyn once told me she decided to pay closer attention to her food pairings after years of ignoring her digestive discomfort. She started by focusing on one area at a time, first cutting out sugary condiments, then swapping refined carbs for whole grains, and eventually experimenting with cooked veggies instead of raw ones. Within weeks, she noticed a significant improvement. Not only did her bloating disappear, but she also felt more energized and confident in her daily routine. She said to me, "It wasn't about perfection, it was about progress." I realized that taking care of myself didn't have to be overwhelming, it just had to be consistent. Now some of you might still be thinking, what if I forget or fall behind? That's okay. Life happens, and no one expects you to be perfect. The goal isn't perfection, it's improvement. If you miss a day, simply pick up where you left off the next day. And don't hesitate to enlist the help of loved ones or caregivers if you need support. Remember, you're never alone in this journey. Let's talk about mindset for a moment. As we age, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, it's too late for me to make a difference. But science shows us that it's never too late to start making healthier choices. A study published in The Lancet found that adopting even one new healthy habit later in life, like improving your diet, can significantly increase lifespan and enhance quality of life. So whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, every positive step you take matters. Another important aspect of aging well is staying socially engaged. Did you know that loneliness can have a profound impact on both mental and physical health? Studies suggest that maintaining strong social connections reduces the risk of depression, anxiety, and even chronic diseases. While we've been talking about food pairings today, don't forget to nourish your relationships too. Share these tips with a friend or family member, or invite someone over to cook a healthy meal together. These moments of connection are just as vital as the habits themselves. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these food pairings surprised you the most? Are there any changes you're excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and your thoughts might inspire others who are looking for ideas. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on healthy aging. Sharing this video with a loved one could also be a wonderful way to spread the message of vitality and self-care. Finally, I want to remind you of something important. Aging doesn't mean losing control of your health. It means taking charge of it in smarter, more intentional ways. Every day is a new opportunity to nourish your body, nurture your mind, and connect with the people and activities that bring you joy. Whether it's through mindful eating, staying active, or simply sharing a meal with someone you love, you have the power to shape your own journey. So here's to living your best life at any age, and to embracing the small, meaningful steps that lead to big results. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and remember, small actions lead to lasting change. Here's to your health.